constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance. Win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. The Wolverines will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Nebraska's offense will start this game off with the football. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well, so...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Michigan.
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make them punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Turning it on. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. He'll pull it on the read. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up fourth.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up. The Wolverines offense will take the field for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
They'll try the run. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Wolverines want to move quickly. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. And if you get to stick around, here, Reese.
He's got it inside the 25. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Using his legs, it's Harbor. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Looking to fire. Fakes to catch. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Wolverines trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the point after is good. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They go to the ground. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Kendricks. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
He'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Kendricks. Fighting off the defender. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. The Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kendricks. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Michigan offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. The Wolverines in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines are flying down the field. From the red zone, looking for a space. The quick out. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now. And if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Gives it to the back on the draw. A stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Back to pass. Gets rid of it. With the catch, it's down. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Catch in the middle. It's Mung. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the 2nd half on defense? That's the question.
The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute good.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep plowing it up.
Picked off! What a way to set him up!
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Couldn't quite make the connection, now staring at a 3rd down. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the first down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. UAB is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Roddy White should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida Atlantic. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the grab on the left. There he goes. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs.
You can tell this quarterback and these wide receivers are on the same page. Quick read, quick throw, quick success.
With the run on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded. You were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical.
He's loose. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
From the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
The Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense. Whether it's the option or whether it's conventional, they've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and get...
Looking deep down the right side. Grabs it inside the 15. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskers!
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go in.
Breaks into the open. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
The give to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Caught in the backfield, it's Suggs. Open space at the 25. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Wolverines have taken it inside the 20. Leaves it with the running back. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. From the gun. Wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Clay. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. behind the line. It's Clay. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. You can't do that. An illegal forward pass will cost the offense 5 yards. Second down coming up. Let's go. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'll leave it with him. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Cornhuskers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Laterals it back. Pocket breaking down. That should be the final play of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Huskers will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Makes a move. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So here comes the Michigan offense. Off play action on first down. He's taking the shot. And that'll be incomplete as the pass is knocked away, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's see who it's on. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Looking for room. It's Harbor. Crosses the 40. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to, with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field. Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Handoff from the shotgun. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Michigan! And the beatdown has ensued.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find him, and they produce like this, you keep finding him.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. UAB is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Roddy White should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll give it to the back. Turning it on!
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Huskers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The inside handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Cornhuskers have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Kendricks. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll keep it himself. Tackle tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this knee didn't let him sniff that first down marker. The Huskers will call on their punt team. And that, my friends, is getting the perfect bounce, the perfect punt, and the perfect roll. They'll have them locked down inside their own 5. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The lone back's got it. Strong run and useful. Picks up 4 out to the 9. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the RPO, complete. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. The Wolverines just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll run it from the gun. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
And as he throws.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Oh, they're after him. That's reeled in. It's Aurora. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Clay. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Wants to keep it in the air. He rifles one deep down the middle. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That's caught. It's Clay. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Wolverines started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground with the single back.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Finds his man in the middle. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be as...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he's going to try to return this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. This offense starts deep in a hole. Here comes the heat. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into.
And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Hey, you know what's really easy? It's easy to say, hey, quarterback, run out there, pitch off of that guy, and now your running back gets to go play one-on-one with somebody else. It's got to all work timing-wise, and the defense did a great job flying up, nowhere to go, make the play, make a quick decision, and you get the fumble and recover it in the backfield.
Quarterback extends the play. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Power football with the run. Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy...
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He'll try to take it back. He's at the touchdown, Cornhuskers. The defense does the...
defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. UAB is getting cooked right now at home, and it's all over but the crying. A lopsided affair with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 21 to Florida Atlantic. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, running back on the move. At the 20, he's got space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The Wolverines trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Finding open areas. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 7.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Nebraska!
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football, try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
PAT unit on the field. Splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And man, did they cover that ground in a flash. A 95-yard touchdown pass. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense.
Here we go.
He'll ride his man on the option. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Trying play action. Got it in the middle. It's Clay. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Puts it out of the air. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Wolverines are marching down the field. The give to the tailback. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the 4th quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
Quarterback on the keeper. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on 2nd down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
Got it behind the line. It's Clay. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. The Cornhuskers are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Kendricks. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Wolverines will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's got it on the run. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man, and it's a new one.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And the offense takes control of this football game. I'll tell you what, this offense doesn't wow you in every position. They've got some good players. They find a way to put drives together. They find a way to score. But this team is undefeated. This team is a force to be reckoned with, continuing to stay undefeated.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Leaves it with the back. Finds a little space. There he goes! They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Huskers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going.
The defensive line just is not physical enough against the run. Too many guys getting pushed around, too many guys not playing with great gap integrity, and the linebackers aren't able to fill. That's been a problem when trying to stop this running game.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Michigan offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is
intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Touchdown, Husker! What a play, not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, fourth quarter, got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. They get the win. They are now both.